So, you were born in Bolton,
Yeah, born in Bolton, yeah.
and it's probably for obvious reasons, but whenever I interview a keeper, I want to ask what on earth made you decide and when to become a keeper. I've interviewed some, and some it's as simple as I just like throwing myself around in the mud and seem to enjoy it and things like that. So, do you remember a time when you thought, I'm going to be a goalkeeper?
Yeah, I think I was about 12, 13. I'd always played outfield, and then I was quite scared of the ball. Like, I wouldn't go into challenges, and my dad was like, you need to get used to like the ball, like getting in contact with the ball. So he took me to goalkeeper training with his goalie coach Fred Barber. So I went there and trained, and just stuck with it from there on. Just became a goalkeeper. I was playing outfield for like Sunday League, and then I was in golf, and then I got trial for Bolton Academy, like pretty much straight away. So that's how it happened, yeah.
And your dad was at Bolton at the time, presumably?
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he was at Bolton.
Now, if you were called Smith and Brown, it'd be easier. But the moment, as a goalkeeper, that you say your name, Jaaskelainen, all the questions. I'm sorry, I've got to ask. I mean, what was that? What are the high spots that you remember of your dad being a top keeper and football, I suppose, being everywhere in the family? Is your brother a keeper as well?
No, I've got two younger brothers, both outfielders.
Right.
So my younger brother, 22-year-old, he's a striker in America, and my youngest one turns 18 soon, and he's a right back. So yeah, both footballers but not goalkeepers. Yeah.
But what were the high points? Were the things you remember from that?
I just remember, like, obviously we went to every single home game with my dad to watch him every single game. So just remember going to the games, going there early with him, like walking in, been to the changing rooms many times, just watching him play, and obviously watching him on TV when he's away. So just constant football in the family every day. Even now, all we speak about is football. So can't get away from it.
And it's all boys?
Yeah, all boys, yeah.
So it's just like,
just football crazy. Just every conversation we have, I feel sorry for my mum, to be fair. All we talk about is football.
So is your mum Finnish? Or is
yeah, she's Finnish,
She's Finnish as well, so
yeah.
And something else that must get really tiresome is, you know those times when you go in a shop or something and they say, can I have your name, please? And then, I mean, my wife had a foreign name before she married me, and she said one of the pluses of marrying me was suddenly she'd have to spell her name every time. Do you have a technique, or do you just...
I just start spelling it out straight away. I don't even say the name. I just say JAA, and then they go, and then I go SK.
And do you do all the dots?
Yeah.
Do they do all the dots?
No, they can't do. I don't even write the dots, really. Only if I'm in Finland.
Okay.
I just write it just as normal A's. It's double dots on every A, yeah.
So you got the trial, and you were at Bolton as a youngster, and then you got this move to Crewe.
Yeah.
And he had a bit of a time with trials. And how did that whole time at Crewe go for you?
Yeah, so basically Bolton were going through that transfer embargo thing. I was a pro for 2 years there, then ended up getting released, and I was thinking about going to play men's football. That was what my dad said, to go and play men's football. I was 18 at the time, need to go and play men's football, so I was thinking about going to Finland to play football in the men's league or staying around England, and then Fred Barber, my dad's goalie coach at Bolton, was the Crewe's goalie coach. So he said, why don't you come and train with Crewe and see how you get on, and the rest is history, signed for Crewe, and then I was there for, I think, maybe 5 years before I came to Wimbledon, and then Woking.
And looking at the record, you spent about a year or so just going on lots of loans.
Yeah, I spent First year I was just bedding in, training, playing the 23s. I got like one loan, I think, played a couple of games, and then the year after, I think I played like 50 non-league games around the lower divisions of non-league, which was like the best thing I ever did. And then straight from there into the Crewe's first team. So yeah, it was good.
Yeah, we had Nathan Baxter here, and he was at Chelsea, but he had a very similar journey. He went on loan, came with us, and every loan was just like a step forward until he got into the league.
Yeah, that's what it was at the time. Yeah, no, it was really good.
And you mentioned Fred Barber a couple of times. Was he been a big influence? Yeah,
he's been massive. He's been my goalkeeper coach from 12 to 16, and then 19 to 24. So yeah, he was a massive part of everything, and obviously a massive part of my dad's career as well. So
Yeah.
he's worked with both of us, which is quite rare.
And then you you were released by Crewe?
Yeah.
And just a thought on that, because you don't, it's like the elephant in the room, but I suspect probably 90% of footballers get released somewhere. How do you handle that? What's that?
It was a mutual agreement. At the end of the season, I wanted to leave, and they were quite happy with me to go, and it was all fine, and we mutually agreed to go, because obviously I was still only 24, and there was a compensation thing, and I was worried about that, but I knew I was going to leave for a couple of months before I left.
Yeah. And then you spent a year at Wimbledon. How was Wimbledon?
Yeah, it was interesting. There's a lot of strange things that happened, which I don't really want to talk about, but the staff and manager there was brilliant. Everything, it was like contract issues were a bit of a shambles. That's why I ended up leaving in the January.
Yeah.
And coming here.
And we were just commenting, you had Ashley Bays was your goalkeeper coach.
Yeah,
Tell us about Ashley. I mean, we remember Ashley from here, and he was, shall we say, lively. He was always lively.
Yeah, no, he's brilliant. One of the best goalie coaches I've ever worked with. Always bubbly, lively every day. Every day brings the mood up, and he's a brilliant goalkeeper coach as well. So yeah, really enjoyed working with him for this 5-6 months I was there.
Yeah. And so, from there, how did the move to Woking come about? Was it straightforward? Or?
Yeah, I think it was pretty straightforward. I don't know. I think it was the assistant manager at Wimbledon, Terry. Terry said to me, I think he mentioned Woking because I think he's obviously really close with our manager, Darren Saul. So
yeah.
As soon as I knew that there was an opportunity to come here and play, because that's all I wanted to do. I had like options to go stay in the league and be a number 2, but I never ever want to do that. I just want to play. So as soon as I knew there was an opportunity here for me to play, I just snapped it up straight away and came here, and the rest is history, I guess.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
You say about all you want to do is play.
Yeah.
But it's like being a goalkeeper again is unique from you've always got, or nearly always got, at least one other goalkeeper vying for the shirt. You're a tight knit group then with the goalkeeper coach with Marlon Beresford. So I suppose you have to egg each other on.
Yeah.
But then you're also competing for the shirt.
Yeah, it's healthy competition. Like you don't want to be training with a goalkeeper every day that doesn't want to play, because then there's no real threat. So you want 2 goalkeepers that want to play, that bring the best out of each other because they're training really well and playing really well, and obviously let the best goalkeeper play at the weekend. But that's what you want competition, and yeah, we've definitely got competition there.
So you've also got to, I suppose, support each other.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you may be the one losing out.
Yeah, you support each other by keeping the standards high, and that's how you support each other. Obviously, serving each other well and making sure that got everything on a match day and stuff. But yeah, no, it's good. So
I mentioned, Marlon Beresford, a lot of experience up your way in Burnley, and other clubs, and he's the coach here. And 25 is still, in goalkeeping terms, quite young, I suppose, in many terms. So, what areas? How has goalkeeping changed, say, over the last 20, 30, since say your dad's time or even Marlon's time? And what areas are you looking to develop at the moment?
Yeah, I think goalkeeper changed massively. It's been, obviously, the higher up you go, the goalkeepers are basically outfielders, and they're very fast off the line, and the things that they do, the way they affect the team is a lot different to maybe 20 years ago, but the shot stopping stuff and the crossing stuff is exactly the same.
Yeah.
So it's just adding different little bits to your game, but that's obviously at the top level. I think it's pretty same now at our level to 20 years ago. We've got to make saves, got to kick it long, got to sometimes play short, like come for crosses. And I wouldn't say it's terribly different, but it has obviously evolved just like it has for the outfielders. And
so at this level, would you say you don't come out quite as much as
No, I would say you do come out, but maybe not. Well, it depends on the team that you're playing for. Maybe not play out from the back as much, or do you know what I mean? Whatever style that the team is playing. But yeah, definitely like the through balls, goalkeepers coming out the box. It's like you would have seen that 20 years ago. You'd have been like, "Where's he going?" But now it seems to be every week goalkeepers are coming out clearing lines and stuff, and that's just the position that we're in now.
The interesting thing here is I've noticed, or it happened with Aldershot last year when Podge got a goal, but younger keepers who maybe aren't as experienced against, the sort of football they get here, quite a few of the younger keepers have been caught out.
Oh, definitely against our team, because we're an unbelievable pressing team.
Yes.
So I would never want to play against us trying to play out from the back. That wouldn't be fun. No, definitely not.
Well, last year, right early on, I remember we were playing, I think it was Arsenal under 23s or under 21s, and the keeper there was just fiddling around a bit in the sixth, and James Daly just zipped in and tackled him and scored,
Yeah.
Reece does the same, and Podge obviously does as well. So yeah, it's interesting seeing, but it's interesting seeing the change. And now, are you ever coached on when you're playing an away game? Because when you were playing for Crewe, you must have played some. I don't know what would be the biggest stadiums you played at.
I played Ellen Road.
Right.
Yeah, I played at Ellen Road in the Carabao Cup game, and that was like 40,000. That was good. Played at Sunderland, Sheffield Wednesday. So I played at a few big away games. Yeah.
So you're the keeper making that lonely journey into your net with all this crowd behind you. Is there a way you choose to handle it? Do you think about how you handle it, or do you just?
No, I don't think it's negative. It's where you want to play. Like when you get opportunities like that, I'm buzzing. I don't really care you can't really hear what people are saying. You just feel the roar, and it's unbelievable atmosphere. And
must be incredible.
That's the games. They're the games that you want to be playing in, and you just enjoy it while you're there for the 90 minutes, and then feel like you have a massive hangover the next day when you wake up and you haven't even had a drink because of the high you were on the day before. But no, I enjoy it. I wouldn't say there's any way you need to worry about ever playing in them. You just gotta. It's like it's a dream come true, isn't it? Playing in front of 40,000, yeah.
And do you ever engage with the fans, or do you just shut them out?
No, I'm not really bothered.
I mean, Ashley would.
Yeah, I'm not too bothered.
No.
I don't care less.
Yeah.
I just want to play the game and win the game.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And coming in this season, obviously a bit of a change around in the squad, but a good core still here. It's been a good first month, and it seems particularly like there's a really good team spirit. What do you think? What are our hopes? What are your hopes this season in terms of the squad's hopes?
I don't know. I don't like talking about putting any sort of expectations or things that we want. I think everyone knows what we want. Everyone knows what we want. I think even the fans know what we want this season. So I think we've just got to take it game by game and see where it takes us. Obviously, we've got to look at Saturday and win that, and then we can't really start thinking about too far ahead into the future. But we're all on the same path. We know what we want, and everyone's striving for the same thing. Brilliant,
it's true, and the link between the fans and the players has been great.
Yeah,
and it's growing all the time. So now there might be some youngsters watching this who some of them might even be aspiring to be a goalkeeper. An 8 or 9, 10-year-old, whatever. What advice would you give them?
Just play football every day. Simple as that. Don't sit at home on your Xbox like most kids nowadays. I was outside playing football every day till it got dark, and just have fun. Don't worry about being any good at techniques or anything especially as a goalkeeper, until you're about 15, 16. Just save that ball from going in the goal. If that's what you want to be a goalkeeper, just dive around and save the ball every day. And you should be getting better and better, I guess.
Brilliant. Yeah. Brilliant. Thank you. And finally, before we go on to the quick fire questions, what's life for you like outside of football?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. It's just me and my girlfriend live together with her sister and her sister's boyfriend. We live together in London, so yeah, just quiet. Just go home, wait for my missus to get home from work. Just pretty quiet, like an old man, I guess. Don't really do anything. Try and play golf. Yeah, that's it.
Do you have an Xbox?
I have an Xbox, yeah, but no one wants to play with me except my little brothers, and they never play anymore. Not cool enough for them now.
And do family and things come to games?
My family lives in Finland, so They haven't been to a game yet, but they are going to come over and watch a game pretty soon. But on my missus' side, her parents have come to watch games, especially the away games, and like Oldham or like Fylde next month. They'll be coming because they're from Preston area, so they'll be coming to watch. They always come and watch. My missus sometimes comes and watch when she's got time. But
yeah, brilliant. Just before we go on the quickfire, just one thing. You obviously play for Finland at youth levels. Did you ever think, England, or was it always Finland, do you think?
I don't think I was ever. I was once with the under-16s in England, but I didn't get into the 17 squad, so I was like, I'm probably not going to be good enough for England, so go to Finland. And then I've been, obviously my parents have moved to Finland now, and obviously, I think it's going to have to be Finland for me now on. I think so,
So, the questions. What was your first car?
Audi A1.
Cool, that's posh. But most people, it's a Clio or something like that.
No, a little Audi A1. I paid for it though, but
Curry, pizza or fish and chips?
Pizza.
Pizza.
Yeah.
Club you support?
Liverpool.
Right. If you weren't a footballer now, what would you be?
I honestly don't know. I've never thought of being anything else.
Right.
But like a policeman.
You just made that up on the spot.
No, I've actually thought about that.
All right.
A policeman probably. I don't know.
Yeah. Good.
Active. Yeah, some active.
Constable Jaaskelainen.
Yeah.
Has a ring to
I'd have
it.
to be a policeman in Finland, wouldn't I?
Best gig you've ever attended?
Drake in about, I think it was 2017, Drake. Yeah, that was brilliant.
That's quite, cool choice. Favourite footballer as a kid?
Hugo Lloris.
Best footballer you've played with?
That is a hard one. I'd say probably one of my Finnish mates. I'd say Marcus Forss, the Middlesbrough striker.
Oh, right.
Probably say him.
Last box set you watched?
Last what?
Box set.
I'm rewatching Vikings at the moment, so I'd say that. Vikings, brilliant.
Best footballer you played against?
Calvin Phillips, probably. Yeah.
Police.
Yeah.
And your proudest achievement as a footballer?
I got into League One Team of the Year, 2020, 2021, so probably that.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
And your biggest ambition as a footballer?
Playing the Premier League.
Brilliant. Okay. Well, that wasn't too bad, was it?
No.
It was good. Thanks for your time.
Thank you very much.
Welcome to Woking, and we'll see you again soon.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Cheers.